Hello, everyone, and welcome back. But before you get comfortable, before you sit back and relax like you usually do, I need you to do something for me. Sit up straight, pay attention, and listen to this like your future depends on it. Because it does. Today, we are not going to sugarcoat anything. We are going to talk about the brutal truth of why you still can't speak English fluently and exactly how to fix it right now. Let's get to work. Part 1. The Brutal Awakening. Stop whatever you are doing right now. Put your phone down. Look at me and listen very carefully. I want to ask you a deeply painful question. Be honest with yourself. How many years have you been studying English? 3 years? 5 years? 10 years? You have notebooks filled with vocabulary. You know all the grammar rules. You know the difference between the past perfect and the present continuous. You can read a long article. You can pass a difficult written test. You have watched hundreds of hours of English videos. But let me ask you this. What happens when a foreigner walks up to you on the street and says hello? What happens when you are in a meeting and someone asks for your opinion in English? I know exactly what happens. Your heart starts beating fast. Your palms get sweaty. Your throat gets tight. Your mind, which holds thousands of English words, suddenly goes completely blank. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Or worse, you stutter. You say, and you freeze. By the time you finally build the perfect sentence in your head, the conversation is already over. The moment is gone. So, what do? You smile, you nod your head, and you stay silent. Again, let me be brutally honest with you today here. You are not speaking English. You are just wearing a mask. You are trapped inside a cage. And the worst part is, you built that cage yourself. Think about the heavy cost of your silence. How many amazing opportunities have you lost just because you couldn't speak up? How many times did you feel stupid, invisible, or ignored in a room full of people simply because you let your fear win? How many times did you watch someone else, someone less smart than you, someone with worse grammar than you, get the job, get the promotion, and get the respect just because they were brave enough to open their mouths? Are you going to let another year pass by like this? Are you going to sit there watching your life fade away in silence? Listen to me. I am not here to give you another boring grammar lesson. I am not here to tell you to memorize more vocabulary. I am here to hold up a mirror so you can see the truth. I am here to wake you up from a sleep you didn't even know you were in. If you want to become fluent, if you want to become confident, powerful, and unstoppable in English, you have to stop acting like a scared student. You have to start acting like a warrior. The time for hiding behind books is over. Let's begin. Part 2. The Translation Disease. Let us move to the biggest lie you have been taught. Lesson 1. Translation is a disease. Kill it. Why do you freeze when you speak? Why does your brain shut down? It is not because you lack vocabulary. It is not because you are stupid. It is because you are not communicating. You are doing mathematics in your head. Let's look at exactly what happens when someone asks you a simple question in English.
First, you hear the English words.
Second, you translate those words into your native language. Third, you think of your answer in your native language. Fourth, you translate that answer back into English. Fifth, you nervously check all the grammar rules in your head to make sure you don't look foolish. And finally, sixth, you try to open your mouth and speak. Are you kidding me? The human brain is incredibly powerful, but it cannot do 6 steps of heavy mental gymnastics in 3 seconds. By the time you finish doing all that math, the conversation has moved on. The other person has already walked away. You are choking your own brain. You are trying to run a marathon while carrying a 100-pound backpack of your native language. Translation is a disease that is destroying your fluency. It is a poison, and you have to stop drinking it right now. You have to stop treating English like it is a secret code you need to break. English is not a school subject. It is not a puzzle on a piece of paper. It is a living, breathing tool meant to express human emotion. So, how do you cure this disease? How do you stop translating? You must force your brain to live in English. You must burn the bridge to your native language. Starting today, when you look at a table, do not think of the word in your language first. Look at the wood, touch it, and think, table. When you wake up in the morning and you feel tired, do not translate the feeling. Feel the exhaustion in your body and connect it directly to the English words. I am tired. When you are thirsty, do not think of your native language. Link the feeling of a dry throat directly to the words. I need water. Eliminate the middleman. Starve your native language when you are practicing. Make English your only option for survival. If you drop a man in the middle of the ocean, he doesn't think about the physics of the water. He doesn't think about how to move his arms perfectly. He just swims to survive. You must do the exact same thing with your mind. Throw your brain into the deep water of English and refuse to throw it a lifeline in your native language. Stop translating, start feeling, start surviving in English. Part 3, The Perfection Trap. Your ego is the enemy. Let us talk about the real reason you are quiet. It is not your vocabulary. It is not your memory. It is your ego. Your ego is massive. You want to open your mouth and immediately sound like a Hollywood actor. You want a flawless American or British accent. You want to use advanced, complicated vocabulary so that everyone in the room stops and thinks, wow, this person is a genius. But deep down, you know you are going to make a mistake. You know you are going to stumble. And because you cannot be absolutely perfect, you choose to say nothing at all. You prefer to be perfectly silent rather than imperfectly loud. Let me tell you a massive liberating secret. Listen very closely. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your grammar. Nobody cares if your accent isn't perfect. Nobody goes to bed at night thinking about how you accidentally used in instead of on. People are too busy worrying about their own lives to judge your preposition mistakes. They only care about one thing, your message. Can you solve their problem? Can you connect with them? Do you have value to share? If the answer is yes, they do not care how broken your English is. Look at some of the most successful non-native speakers in the world. Look at global CEOs, professional athletes, and international leaders. Many of them speak English with heavy accents. Many of them make basic grammar mistakes in front of millions of people on live television. Do they stop talking? Do they hide in a corner and cry? No, because they understand that language is just a vehicle. They speak their broken English with absolute conviction and raw confidence. And because they are confident, the whole world listens to them. Your fear of making a mistake is a prison. It is a trap designed for weak minds. You are locking yourself inside a cell because you are terrified of looking foolish. But guess what? You have to look foolish before you can look brilliant.
You have to stumble before you can walk.
I would rather hear you speak heavily broken English with a fire in your eyes and confidence in your chest than watch you sit quietly in the corner, holding perfectly constructed sentences hostage inside your brain. Fail proudly, fail loudly. Make 100 mistakes today. Make 200 mistakes tomorrow. Every time you make a mistake, you are learning. Every time someone corrects you, you are growing. You are in the arena fighting while everyone else is sitting in the stands, too scared to play the game. Stop trying to be perfect. Start trying to be understood. Drop your ego, open your mouth, and let your voice be heard. Part 4, the illusion of studying. Let's talk about what you call studying. You go to the store and buy the nicest notebooks. You use 3 different colored highlighters. You sit at your comfortable desk, sip your coffee, and write down a neat list of 50 new vocabulary words. You watch endless English YouTube videos. Maybe you are even watching this one right now, sitting comfortably on your bed, nodding your head, and feeling very productive. Let me smash that illusion for you right now. That is not learning. That is fake progress. You are tricking your brain into feeling productive without actually doing the hard work. Passive listening and pretty handwriting will never, ever make you fluent. You are studying English like it is a history subject. You are treating it like a dead science that you need to memorize to pass a test. But you don't study how to walk. You don't study how to breathe. You just do it. If you want to effortlessly think and talk in English, your entire world must become English. You have to stop visiting the language and start living inside it. Right now, as soon as this video ends, I want you to take your phone, the device you stare at 100 times a day, and change the language setting to English. Change your laptop. Change your social media apps. Stop watching entertainment in your native language. Listen to English podcasts when you drive, when you wash the dishes, when you take a shower. You must force your brain into a corner where it has absolutely no choice but to adapt. But immersion is not just listening. You must produce the language. You must speak. You need to talk to yourself. Yes, you heard me correctly. I want you to talk to yourself like a crazy person. When you are alone in your room, speak out loud. Stand in front of your mirror. Look yourself dead in the eyes and describe your day. Say it loud. I woke up late today. I am frustrated with my job. I am going to change my life. Speak the words out loud until they feel natural in your mouth. Get your tongue and your facial muscles used to the physical act of speaking English. If you do not create an English environment in your own house, your brain will never naturally think in English. Your brain is lazy, It will always choose the path of least resistance, which is your native language. You have to destroy that path. Stop collecting vocabulary words in a notebook like they are trophies. Words mean absolutely nothing if they stay trapped on a piece of paper. Take 5 words, stand up, and use them in a real sentence today. Stop studying the language. Start living it.